The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. Enjoy the show.
Hey gamers, this podcast was recorded in front of a live studio audience, held against their will.
The following podcast contains content not suitable for young audiences. That includes you, little Jimmy.
Gamers, gamettes, humans, aliens.
Did you just call them gamettes? Oh gosh.
Living room,
Sneeze right next to the microphone. I didn't sneeze into it, but that's a nice audio. Thank you for ASMR thing.
Guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Talking Rad podcast, season 3.
My name is Radkatz.
My name is Clout Slade.
Wait, okay, sorry. I want to cut this off real quick. I got to get the scoop on this real quick.
What?
Did your brother actually change the Xbox Live name to Clout Slade?
Yes, and I can't change it back.
Did he pay money for it?
I don't think he did.
I think you might get one free.
I think you get one free.
Oh, you've never changed it
I've
since.
never changed it.
That's true. He's like, oh, I can change this.
It's been
I'm gonna do something I'll never regret.
It's been
Gosh,
what?
so dumb.
12. It's been 12 years. I have had Kicking Sam's A for 12 years, and I can't change it back. It says that the Xbox says this name is not available.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, why can't you? Why wouldn't you be able to take it back?
I'll have to show you guys. I
Honestly,
was really sad though.
What if you did like one capitalized letter somewhere? I'm sure you could do it.
Maybe I did. I think it was
No,
all
I'm
lowercase.
saying if you could do
We
it. It
have
was
video
all
of it.
lowercase.
We can figure it out.
Yeah.
It was all lowercase.
I'm just like surprised
that he figured out how to do that, and he did it.
Well, he was sad though because I was talking to him yesterday on the phone, and he's like, yeah, my friends wanted me to join their Clout clan, and so
And then I didn't
changed
even
it,
get it
but
accepted.
he changed it. He's it's just his buddies, but then he's like, but I really want to change it back, and I don't know how. So I was like, okay, well I'll look into it, and the name's not available. What bastard on planet Earth?
Dude, no
Of
way
all
someone
things.
took it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
what I'm
anybody took
saying.
it. I'm
Doesn't
assuming
make sense.
it's probably still going off of that used to be your name, so it hasn't cleared it up just yet.
So maybe just
But
wait a little more.
what I find very funny about this is like just a little bit before this, I start talking to Sky like, Sky, how come you never like have the same name in everything you do? Why is it always different in everything you have? And now he's sad that he lost his name.
Well, because that's the only consistent one I've had for 12 years.
I'm just saying.
The thing is, he hasn't
I'm
even
just
used
saying.
it. He hasn't even used it for that long, though.
No,
if
I
you would have
haven't.
used that on
Yeah.
every other thing, it would have had more meaning. Because you feel bad about it now, but like it would have been such a better name if that was like your Switch profile and things account or on my
Cole,
PS.
It
The
bothers
thing
him
is-
so much.
it
Cole, you have
bothers you
OCD
so
about the
much.
weirdest
the
things.
thing is if it was my console, like when I get a Switch, it's probably not going to be
Some like
Is he gonna say
Snoop Dogg.
It's not gonna be-
Sam's A?
It's not going to say Kickin'
Yeah.
Sims. It'll probably be like Sky
it's not
or
gonna be
Bartholomew.
It's not gonna be Jack
It'll be
Hoffman.
Barthong.
So the reason I say this is because I feel like Thane kind of is on the same page with this as me. Thane, you typically have the same name in every single account you ever use, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Delicious Cancer, right? And
Yeah.
everything pretty much is Delicious Cancer.
Or the first Red Dog.
I mean, that had to change, though. At one point, you changed it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you don't have any accounts with that name. Oh, I guess your Xbox account is probably still that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you don't use your Xbox anymore. Anyway, that makes sense, though. Like, he's just... Thane gets it. He likes to have the same name. Zay, I don't think you do. You don't have the same name for everything.
No. It's all a joke to me anyway, so I
That's
don't really
what I'm
care.
saying.
I hate it, dude.
It
If
doesn't
it's-
matter.
If it's my
Dude,
console,
I'm
I
a
will
gamer.
pick how I
I'm
want.
a gamer, but I'm not that serious of a gamer.
So, like, I don't even like...
Well, you saw my name on Call of Duty. I'm never gonna switch it. It's like anonymous or
and,
something.
and in 54.
You'll never know who
like-
I am.
I don't really care that much to be good at games or anything. I don't really care to achievement hunt, but I'm pretty proud of some of the achievements I've gotten, and I like that it's tied to my name. I don't know why.
Hey, we got you Vidmaster. Give
Yeah,
me some.
exactly. That's one of the ones I'm really proud of.
But you know, Cole, listen,
You have like 20,000 points are attached to Wee Buns. You just left that guy in the dust.
That's my Xbox account still.
You don't use it though.
yeah, he
I use
does.
my Xbox, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, Halo Reach on PC uses your Xbox gamer tag.
Oh.
So does Gears 5 on PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, aside from those two games, it's
A-
usually
any-
BW Cole.
Yeah, nowadays I changed
okay.
that. I changed that roughly like 3 years ago after I didn't play for a while.
Would you say even though it's a different name, it's still attached to you though?
Wee Buns? Oh,
BW
yeah.
Cole and Wee Buns.
Oh yeah,
Because that's like you're switching him though. It's like you're switching it.
In
right?
a sense, yeah. The idea was to switch my Xbox account at some point, but I don't want to spend the money. But I really like Wee Buns. I mean, it's still got a history with me because I really like how I obtained that name.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't just write it down and get it. It was given to me in a sense. I've told you that before, right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
got hacked. That's how.
My goal is to change my Xbox Live name back to Kickin' Sam's A. Whatever needs necessary. If I have to pay $10, so be it. But I agree with you, Cole. I think it's cool to have a name, but at the same time, if it's my console, I would care more. But where it's on your PlayStation or Thane's PlayStation or Thane's Switch, I don't give a rap.
Yeah, Sky's allowed to say something horrible on someone else's console.
Well, because I'm just playing it for the game. You know what I mean? I don't really. I used to play games for achievements.
You're probably never going to use that profile every once in a while, but
Yeah, well, exactly. And that's my thing behind it is it's like, well, even if I were to get a PS4, I'm creating a new account. I'm not going to bring over my account from Thane's PlayStation and my account from yours. I just don't really care. I just play the games because I want to play the games. But that being said, I got a question for everybody here. Is what would you guys say your screen names are? Like, I mean, I know all three of yours, but what would you say mine is? Because, like, I know Zay by Golfwing. That's Zay's. Zay will always be Golfwing now.
Pretty much.
But he'll always be Golfwing.
I've never been that.
me.
I've never been that anywhere else though.
But the last 2 years that we've been playing games, you've been Golfwing.
I know you as Golfwing as
So
well.
would you be kicking Sam's A then or no?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. Because
It's either-
Cole's BW Cole,
it's
Thane's
either-
Delicious Cans.
No, because I associate your name now, Sky, with Slade's. Because whenever I'd see it, I'd be like, that's Slade, and that's not Sky playing. So like I associate that one is
It's
Slade
Slade's.
now,
That's fine.
basically.
I either associate with Kickin' Samzay or Sky Cats.
Well, what would you guys like? When I play games online, and I know everybody that's new that has been watching since we started streaming, it probably knows me by Skycats, because it's Fortnite, and it's also my Discord.
But I've also seen you put. I also know you as not Sky Cats.
That's because Sky Cats was taken.
Yeah, it's Apex. Yeah.
So then maybe I'll just stick with that then. I'll just do Skycats.
I mean, I don't care what it is. I just like people when they stick to one thing. I could care less what it is. It could be PP Lover 69 for all I care. As long as it stays consistent, I'm happy. And I think it's just the OCD in me that gets that.
So what if like every variation of the name's taken? Are you
Every variation.
every variation?
You
There's
add
a-
numbers.
yeah, there's a million.
I've
So
got-
you're fine. So you're fine if.
I'm BW Cole and also BW Cole 96 in a lot of places. Like my Twitter handle's BW Cole 96.
Oh, okay. So you're fine with numbers, but as long as you have the
Yeah.
same.
Okay, well
name.
then maybe
Okay.
I should just go back to Naked Drummer. Maybe I'll just make everything Naked Drummer.
That could be yeah. I mean,
Because
that would
that's
work.
my Instagram and my Twitter
currently.
currently.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Why
then
not?
I'll just be Naked Drummer 3 or Naked Drummer 33. Which, by the way, I need to clarify because some people have been asking why I have two Instagram accounts. One of them was from high school, and I didn't log in for a year and a half, and it like shut down my account. And it says you can never log into this again. Pretty
It's
much.
still there though.
So it's still there. So if you search Naked Drummer 3, yeah, it's me with my
But
ex-girlfriend.
it's not me.
But it's not me. That account is dead.
He's been hacked.
I just don't know how. I don't know. I think I saw things like you can contact Instagram and we can delete this account for you, but I never did it.
You got to do that. At some
So it's just
point.
like a
I
piece.
probably would.
It's like a piece of history just stuck there, and I don't know if my ex-girlfriend's ever like Instagrammed my name before, but she's probably like, why the hell hasn't he like gotten rid of those pictures?
Oh
or-
yeah, well she didn't see your new account. She only sees that one. He's like,
Probably, but you know what's funny though is like the only reason I had an Instagram back then was because she
Of
made
her,
it for
yeah.
me,
You told me that.
and she would post the pictures too. So like most of them are just pictures of us, and there's like 5 pictures on there, 5 or 6. So I'll probably leave it up there forever though, because it is like history, I guess. I'm not ashamed of it. But yeah, I have 2 accounts. Maybe I'll just go to Naked Drummer then. Maybe I will change my Xbox account to Naked Drummer, because that'll probably be available. And then I need to tell Slade not to ever change it. But that being said,
then he has to answer all of his friends and make fun of him. Why is your name?
I'm
Naked
just gonna
Drummer?
make him do his own account. Like he can do. I made him an account called Page Boys, and he can do Page Boys, and then I'll just take over this one. So then we're not sharing accounts. I think is the best situation.
I don't know why you ever shared accounts in the first place, to be honest.
Well, it's because I didn't have a PC, so he was playing my Xbox while I was gone for a while.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying, like,
Oh,
When
make
I
it
got
just
his
make him a
own.
new account
Yeah.
right away. Why
because
can't-
I already had Xbox Live paid for on my
Oh.
account, and that's all he used it for, was just to play like Fortnite and Call of Duty and
So-
stuff.
I guess real quick, you have to have an Xbox Live Gold account to play Fortnite.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. It sucks.
That's so silly.
It really does suck.
That's a
Like I will never
But-
pay
That's
for.
dumb.
I'll never pay for Xbox Live again in my whole life.
I imagine if you are paying for Xbox Live, it's probably not just for that game. Most likely, it's most likely for other games as well.
Plus, you get a free game every month.
It
with
would just
gold.
suck if a kid had to pay to be able to play Fortnite.
it's funny that you say that because what you just said in my mind describes you.
you
'cause
know what,
I don't
Cole?
see you play
think it's
any
so
other
funny.
online
Just you don't think I
games.
play any other games.
I don't see you
I
ever
do
it.
play other games,
You
bro.
play GTA. That's not an online game though.
But if I didn't have if I didn't have Xbox Live, I couldn't play Call of Duty.
I guess you played Call of Duty. That's
Yeah.
a couple times you have.
So like,
That's
sorry,
the only
Cole,
other
to
thing I
dedicate
can
my whole
think
life
of.
to games. My bad.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Sorry,
You
I have a
described
life
yourself.
outside of online gaming. My bad.
I'm not saying that either. I'm saying he said that he spends gold. He said he feels bad for people that spend gold just to play Fortnite.
No, I don't feel bad for it. I just say I don't like if a parent doesn't know and then the kid only plays that, then kind of sucks. That's the only way you can play. It's the only game you play, but I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I know.
I
It's just-
consciously choose it. Like once I get a computer, I won't need to do it.
Exactly.
But for the time being,
exactly.
it's
It's just funny the way you said that to me because in my head I was just like, well, I know Zay kind of does play some stuff here and there, but mostly it's just Fortnite. So he just basically described himself.
I mean, in all reality, Cole, there's no way for us to know that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we don't know what he does. I just, from what he tells us, he plays GTA occasionally, but just single player.
But we do know when he
And he
plays
does play Call of Duty
Fortnite because he
occasionally.
rages. We could hear him
We
upstairs.
can hear him play Fortnite. Yeah.
It's
We
like
definitely hear
it's
him.
like us bonding with Zay, even though he doesn't know we're bonding with him.
It's the bro time.
And we know when Thane's playing Fortnite too, because he yells a lot too.
Yeah. Just that
I hate
face.
Fortnite.
Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But yeah, that's why, Cole. Me and my brother shared an account for the longest time. But at the same time, I never thought I would ever use my Xbox Live account again.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like, okay, well, I got a PC now, and I don't even have an Xbox, so I can't play it. Well, I'll just give it to him. And then I find out, oh, well, Minecraft and all the Xbox Live games you play on Steam are connected to your Xbox Live account.
Mhm.
Which is only Halo, I guess. Halo and Minecraft.
There'll be other games, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I made him another account, but we just didn't pay for Xbox Live
That
on
makes
that
sense.
one. So
okay. I gotcha.
I don't know. In all reality, I don't really care that much. To me, it was like, wow, that was like Kickin' Sam Zay was like the beginning of my gaming hood.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's like engraved in stone. There's videos of it online and stuff. So I'll forever have Kickin' Sam Zay in my heart.
Nice.
But I think I'm gonna switch to Naked Drummer. I think you've convinced me, Cole. Guys, it's settled. I will be Naked Drummer across the board. Okay.
unless someone already has it.
Well, we can do
Then you
33.
then you have to change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to know what's funny though, Cole? Where I get that name from is from The Rocker, the show that you're like, I
Oh,
haven't
is
heard.
it really?
I haven't heard good things about.
I really hadn't. People like I don't know who it was I was talking to, but they were like, "Yeah, I watched it." I'm like, it was okay, but it wasn't like the greatest. It wasn't like super good.
I'm gonna call you Thane.
Well, Sky spelled it
didn't like
wrong.
the
Oh, I
movie.
didn't. I'm not
I
like
didn't-
judging it. I'll
Is it
watch it
spelled
if
wrong?
you
I
put
didn't
it
like the
on.
movie.
On Snapchat it's spelled wrong. I forgot.
Oh, nowhere else it's spelled wrong though.
I forgot the U.
You.
So it's Naked Dermer.
Yeah, because I had always seen it because he spelled it wrong, and then I guess I didn't notice after seeing it so much. I guess I didn't notice on social media that it's spelled differently.
Yeah, it's definitely spelled correct.
So
yeah.
what about Thane's though?
Thane's-
Thane? What's your name?
It's delicious cancer.
Are you
That one's
Delicious
recent.
Cans or Delicious Cancer?
He's delicious cans on a Switch because it wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
Prior to this,
I've always
knew
known him as
Thane
the red guy.
Yeah, the first red guy.
Mhm. But
Yeah.
I don't know why he changed it. But that's what I know him as. DC. Just
Didn't you say
because-
somebody thought it was racist?
Yeah.
So you
Well-
changed it?
Yeah.
Well,
Just
give us the story.
Simple answer.
We should go
No,
through
it's
real
just-
quick and just do the stories of how we got our names.
Okay.
When he's getting jobs, said, "Hey, can you use a different email?"
Oh yeah.
That's right.
I remember. He
When you were
told me
doing
that.
what?
When I was getting jobs, one person said, "Hey, can you use a different email?"
Dude, what a
Like,
joke.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Wait,
That's so dumb.
I'm a bit surprised that you didn't have just like a
business one.
a
or
Yeah,
business
but then I
email.
made
Yeah,
I made a business email. Now I have 2 emails. One
because
for
I've got. Well, I guess it ended up just being my only email, but it's just my name pretty much. It's really nice. Got lucky with that one.
Hey, we got a business email, guys. Send us something at radkatz5@gmail.com. No spam.
Or anything, just make us feel good.
Yeah,
Spam's
just
okay, I
send
guess.
nice messages.
Just kidding.
How did you get delicious cancer?
from Katamari.
Let's hear it.
What?
When you complete the cancer level in Katamari, roll up the cancer constellation. He says something along the lines of, "Oh, the cancer is so delicious."
Oh.
I didn't know that. I thought you made it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
And
did
then the
make it
little
up.
girl later in the constellation, later in like the little cutscenes, like, I feel it. I feel the cosmos. Cancer came scuttling back. So yummy.
Oh shoot, dude! Katamari is on a whole different level.
That's
then,
pretty
wasn't
good
it?
thing.
Yeah, that's really clever actually. Because every time I've always thought of it, I just thought he meant what everyone else thinks. Not like the star constellation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess how I got both mine, I'll start with the Kickin' Sam's A because that's what Cole knows me by. But then I'll talk about my future one. Is Kickin' Sam's A's.
He's all jazzed about it.
I always thought I was really good at Halo growing up. Like, I played tons of Halo, and Zay and all my cousins would come over, and we would just play games, and I felt like I did pretty good all the time. And so I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm freaking awesome. And then one of my dad's workers was really good at Halo, and he had Xbox Live. This was like Halo 2, start of Halo 3, so I didn't have Xbox Live yet. And I was just talking trash, dude. I was a little cancerous 12-year-old, toxic 12-year-old. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll freaking whip you, dog. Like, and I didn't think this kid was very good. He was probably 18 or 19. And he came in and he's like, okay, well, what weapon do you want me to use? I said, you can use whatever you want. So he picks up a sniper and he hip scoped me the whole time, just no scoped me, and it was from across the map. He beat me, bro. It was like we were playing 20 to 25 free for all, and I think I killed him once with an RPG, and it was like 25-1. And I was like, wow, dude, I suck so bad. And so we got my name to. His name was Sam, and so my dad helped me create it. He said, well, how about we do Kickin' Sam's A? And so we spelled it K-I-K-N, Kickin'.
So it's just a way of trash talking.
S-A-M-Z, Sam's, and then we just put the letter A. Yeah, it was definitely trash talking.
So before you move on to your next one, Thane's names have been obvious, like you read them, you know exactly how they're supposed to be pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear some of the things that people have called you, because I can think of one.
I can think of one too.
Kickin' Samza!
Kickin' Samza. That's
Kickin'
the one I think
Samza.
of.
That's the one I got the most. Kickin' Samiza. Or Kaiken Samzi.
Kickin' Samzy.
I think most people would say Kickin' Samza.
I love how people try to sound out names. It's
Samza.
funny.
Yeah, Samza.
Yeah, Kickin' Samza.
I've heard
It's a
that one a lot.
Z-A.
That's
so
how
it's like-
Brennan would always say it. He's like, all right, Kickin' Samza.
It's like, dude, come on. I just killed you. Call me the right name.
I urge
Show
your
me
respect.
Yeah. Teabagging him.
I don't know. I mean, that name is engraved, and I think I'll always have. And maybe what I'll do is, gosh, I don't know. I kind of want to keep that name too, but if I could keep my Xbox Live name that and everything else different, I'm cool with that. But anyway, Naked Drummer, where it comes from, is a movie called The Rocker. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's amazing. It's got Rainn Wilson from The Office. He plays Dwight.
Didn't he do this before The Office?
I
think it was
don't.
after.
I think that was
Or like
after.
during, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was during, actually. That's
Okay.
like 2007, 2008,
So it was towards the end, wasn't it? When was Office from?
Oh,
then?
Office ended like
2013 or
13 or something, yeah.
When did it start?
But
it was like
when
19
Michael
seasons,
left,
right?
I'll look
when
it up.
Michael left, it was, in my opinion,
It's
wasn't
probably
as
like
good.
halfway through Office, maybe.
I think there was only like two seasons after Michael left, wasn't there? Or was it
No,
one
I'm talking
season?
about one for the Rocker.
Oh, The Rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Probably like halfway through the Office.
The Office started in 2005,
Yeah.
and it ended on 2013. Nice job, Sky.
Nice.
Good call.
Thanks. The only reason I know that is because my dad's seen The Office all the way through like 5 times.
Who hasn't, though? Am I right?
I've seen it all the way through once, but I've
Oh.
definitely seen tons of episodes.
I haven't
twice.
seen it all the way through.
Really?
Thane, have you?
Not really.
It's really good. You guys should watch it before it goes off Netflix.
That's one of my go-tos. Just throw in the background. When
Well,
I'm at home.
you know what's
anyway.
fun too, dude? Is
I
like
watch
I'll go on
anime here.
YouTube and I'll get recommended like Office outtakes, or I'll get recommended
Yeah.
like best scene in The Office. You know what I mean,
Mhm.
from The Office. So there's tons of clips you can watch on YouTube, which are real good.
Or they have the Office channel. They have their own
Yeah,
YouTube
that's what it
channel.
is, yeah.
And it's just clips from.
I have that.
At some point, I guarantee that channel, you could probably watch the entirety of this series because there's just gonna be clips from every
That's true.
episode. You'll miss a couple here and there, but I bet you could watch the whole series and get the gist of it
Yeah.
from watching those clips.
It's real good.
That's funny.
But yeah. Anyway, the movie The Rock, or what? It kind of loosely is based off of the Beatles, because the moral of the story is this drummer was in a band that was on its rise up, and as they got popular, the record label's like, okay, we'll sign you, but you got to kick out the drummer, which was Rainn Wilson. So he got kicked out, and then the band got really, really popular. And it was like similar with the Beatles. I don't know the exact story with the Beatles, but I guess they had a drummer before Ringo.
What about School of Rock?
Similar thing, just except the School of Rock is actually Jack Black being a teacher, teaching rock and roll.
But didn't he kicked out? He got kicked out.
Yeah,
of
he
his
got
band,
kicked out
though.
of a band.
Did his band go big after that though?
Not like super big.
Oh,
They were,
okay.
like,
So I was
more
thinking that's like the
popular.
same.
Yeah, they
Okay,
just
it's different
played in
though.
a battle of the
Yeah,
bands.
they did the battle of the bands.
Okay, it's just a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean they won the battle of the bands, but the audience wanted the kids to win. But
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, no,
What-
there was a drummer before Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
The thing is I think the biggest thing, there wasn't a big problem. I think there's just the look. He didn't look
Yeah,
like
mhm.
everyone else.
But I think he was in the rocker. I think because there's a scene where after after Rainn Wilson gets kicked out of the band, he's sitting on a park bench next to, or maybe it's a bus stop, next to another guy, and I'm pretty sure that guy was supposed to be the
Best.
drummer.
Like the actual guy, for sure.
Pete Best.
Is that his name?
Yes.
I think that was him in the show.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I'll look
sure.
it up. That's freaking cool if they did that.
Yeah. But anyway, the moral of the story is he gets kicked out of his band, tries to get a job, has to cut his hair, starts mooching off of his sister because he has nowhere to go. And he starts a band with his sister's son, because his sister's son's in a band, with Emma Stone, another guy, and it's Josh Gad. Freaking awesome, dude. Killer lineup. Anyway, they end up starting a band. They play some gigs, and nothing's really going anywhere. So a bunch of the kids get grounded because Rainn Wilson took them on a tour trip without them knowing. They say they were going on a church retreat. But anyway, there's a scene where they're all jamming together via Skype, which would never work out in real life.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
Never.
But anyway, Rainn Wilson didn't know that the cameras were on, because he didn't know it was a video chat. He thought it was just a phone call over the
yeah,
computer.
Yeah.
And he's like he was living in this Asian dude's basement, like the basement of a Asian restaurant, and he called the guy up and he's like, hey man, you put my kids through college, you can stay in my basement, because he ate so much Chinese food. Anyway, he's in this basement. It's really hot, so he's butt naked while he's jamming, and he didn't know that the cameras were on.
No.
And so that clip goes viral, and that's how they become popular. Because
So they put it on YouTube then?
Anyway, I don't want to spoil it too much,
Okay,
but
you're right, you're
I pretty
right.
much spoiled
I
a
should
lot of
probably
it.
go watch it.
I'll buy it on Blu-ray. We'll watch it.
Okay.
But it's a good one. And anyway, he's known as the Naked Drummer, and people see him at the store and they're like, "Hey, is that the Naked Drummer?" And they'd walk up and they're like, "Dude,
Camera.
I'll fix it in a minute." They're like, "Dude." Or like Rainn Wilson lifted up his shirt and they saw his belly. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's a Naked Drummer." Anyway, yeah, that's it.
You know, every time I ever read your name, Naked Drummer, on like anything, I 100% of the time, and to this day I still do this, I think, oh, Naked Brothers Band. Without a doubt, it's always, oh yeah, Naked Brothers Band. Do you guys get that too?
Yeah.
Skylar's one of the Naked Brothers.
What's funny
That's
is I really
cool.
liked Naked Brothers Band when I was little.
I never thought of that, but yeah, I always thought about that. I don't know why.
Now you know when you see Naked Drummer on Fortnite or whatever.
Be like, oh, it's Naked Drummer Band.
You're gonna change your name.
Or Naked Brothers.
Well, if I can't have Kickin' Sam Zay, it's gonna be Naked Drummer.
What about on Fortnite?
I can change it.
Is it free to change?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Just your epic name.
Cool.
Everyone else will be thrown off. I don't know. Maybe at this point I should just leave Fortnite. We'll see. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Should I stay Sky Cats or do Naked Drummer?
Well, so for me, I've had 3 different names online in my entire life. The first one, I really liked it when I was a kid, and it didn't last too long, and I don't use it at all anymore. It was RB Dude 23. It was meaning Rock Band Dude 23.
Oh my
and the number
gosh.
23 was because of LeBron James, and I really liked LeBron James.
Total. That's just a kid name right there.
When I got a little bit older and Rock Band wasn't popular, I would always tell people, "Oh yeah, it's right bumper, dude," because I'm always hitting that right bumper to Melee and Halo or something stupid like that. But I don't even. I just own it. I own it now. I like Rock Band.
Rock
It's a
Band's
game.
good, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why I got like self-conscious about it.
What was this, like
Weird.
junior high? You're like, oh, it's
Yeah, without a doubt, it's junior high.
it's right bumper, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
That sounds dumb.
I could see people
Yeah.
making fun of you playing for that game though, because like I could see.
You want to know what I think it was though? Is
I
I
get
think,
self-conscious about
I
that.
think
too,
after
probably.
Guitar Hero 3 came out, Rock Band was like chump change. Rock Band was like poor man's tacos compared to.
No, Rock
Guitar
Band's
Hero
really
3.
good though.
Well, when Guitar Hero 3 came out with the drums, or what was that?
World
4?
Tour?
World
This
Tour.
World Tour.
Yeah.
I just
4.
remember when Guitar Hero came out with the drum set, everyone's like, "You play Rock Band?" It's like, come on, man! Like, Rock Band started this, dude.
I feel like Guitar Hero 3 is probably the one that everyone wanted to play. Like that's the one that like
That was yeah.
yeah.
I
That
have a
was- that's
feeling
my
people
favorite.
play Guitar Hero also played Rock Band. They just kind of switched between the two.
I
Exactly.
will
Rock-
say Guitar Hero has a
Yeah.
killer playlist, dude. Its soundtrack's phenomenal.
And then Rock Band 2 came out, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Rock Band's a thing." Rock Band for the Wii sucked. Like it worked fine if you got the peripherals, but literally they like removed a lot of features. Like I think a lot of the songs were gone, and like the customizable characters were gone, and everything like that.
Was that the one with the piano? Which one introduced the piano?
That was
Rock
3.
Band 3.
Did you guys ever play that?
Yeah, it's hard.
The piano was hard.
It's really hard to use that piano.
And then they released Rock Band 4, and I don't think anyone knew about it really.
I did.
Yeah, they came out at the same time as Guitar Hero Live. They're trying to do a reboot to
Yeah.
the music genre
Mm.
kind of thing. Didn't go too well.
Bro, Guitar
Yeah.
Hero 3 is so much fun.
From what I understand, Rock Band 4 is the definitive way to play any of those games because you can get DLC from all of the Rock Band games, so every single song from
Oh.
Rock Band can be on Rock Band 4.
That'd be nice.
So I understand that to be the definitive. I've never played Rock Band 4, but I'm pretty Thane.
But the problem was you had to buy all new peripherals because it was on PS4 and Xbox One.
No, that's not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if it was like the USB ports or something,
Oh.
it would work. I know that because I remember when Rock Band 4 was coming out, they had this poll where they asked all their fans what are some of the things that they would like to see in Rock Band 4. And the biggest thing people wanted was so the peripherals would work with the new consoles. And they said, okay, we'll do it. We'll get it done. And that's what they did. However, Guitar Hero Live has to have a new controller because they have a
Yeah.
new button layout. It's just
Yeah.
dumb.
6-button, weird layout, and it's like on two
It's supposed to
frets.
simulate chords and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't do a good job.
I think that'd be funny if we played Rock Band on stream.
What was the downfall of these music games?
I think they just
Got out of popularity.
yeah, just
it was
they're
a
not
phase.
popular anymore.
That's crazy because
It's
for
just
like
like-
7 years it was the tits, bro.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
people-
it was really good.
That long though? Was it that long?
It was like, what did Guitar Hero come out?
I thought it was like
2005?
2007 or something like that.
I
2006
know
or
Guitar Hero
something
3
like that.
came out in 2007.
Yeah.
2007?
So
I-
Guitar Hero 1 probably came out 2005 or 4 for the PS2.
And then I
never remember playing that ever.
I played
so,
that
like,
one.
Okay.
I went to Cole's house just to specifically play that, and then after one of our buddies me and him went to Cole's house, and then after we went there, he bought it, and
Someone
so I
had-
would always go to his house to play it.
I remember someone
I
had
know
Rock
I lost
Band,
a friend
though.
that day.
Cole,
Yep.
did you have Rock Band?
Yeah, eventually. So
I remember playing Rock Band at Cole's house one time.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
on his
Yeah.
big screen TV.
Really weird. I remember
Yeah.
that though.
I don't
we went
even
out,
remember
We went
that.
out to your house for whatever. I think because Sky was there. I think we went out there for whatever reason. We played Rock Band.
I remember playing
Yeah.
Rock Band downstairs with you guys a lot. I don't remember Zay going there though.
You know what I
I think
hated
it
though?
was one time. I remember going though.
The input lag was so bad on your TV. I hated it.
We figured that out, didn't we? No, that was the new TV we didn't. The old TV we figured. The old TV was fine. The big giant projector one.
Yeah.
That one was fine.
What was it?
We got a flat screen later on that didn't do good.
Maybe
with
that's
that.
what it was.
Mhm.
I just remember the input lag was throwing me off. I'm like, dude, I can't play this.
Yeah. So I had played Guitar Hero 1 at a buddy's house, and it was really good. So we got Guitar Hero 2 for the PS2. No, they had Guitar Hero 2. I actually bought Guitar Hero 1, and then we borrowed Guitar Hero 2 from them and just like never gave it back. Did one of those deals,
Mm.
and
You
we got all the
monster.
PS2 games. Then we got Rock Band for the PS2. And then at some point we were able to upgrade to the 360 version of it when I got a 360. That's kind of how the whole timeline went.
Well, you have like 15 games upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Most of those were purchased like my senior year of high school because I wanted to get back into it and play all the ones I missed, just to play every song.
Right on. Yeah.
So I bought like all of the ones that it came out since like 2010 to 2015 probably. Rock Band and Guitar Hero ones, all the spin-offs and stuff.
Yeah.
The Lego Rock Band surprisingly got really good soundtrack.
We should hook up,
Surprisingly.
Lego Rock Band.
bro.
Yeah, it's
we
very good
should hook
soundtrack,
up
actually.
and we should hook up and play for stream.
I think
Totally,
that'd be
I'm
pretty
down.
fun. That'd be pretty fun.
It would be nice to get drums and stuff too.
See,
and
if all of us
microphone
could do it at
and
the
sing
same
and
time. See,
whatnot,
if all of us could do it at the
two
same time.
guitars, a drum, and a
See,
sing,
that'd be funny,
that'd be cool.
dude. That'd be funny.
That'd be
Well,
down.
we could go. My dad's got a whole bunch of crap upstairs.
We'll have to check.
Yeah, when we go home in a couple weeks, we should all just go take an hour and go up there and just see what we can find.
Sounds good. I'm down.
You game?
Yeah,
Thane,
yeah.
you game?
To
Sure.
check it though.
you game?
To check it all.
To see if it works?
What are we gonna be able to plug? We're just gonna probably pass it down and plug it into something down underneath
Well,
it, right?
the only way to
If you
check
plug it
it
into
is
a computer and it lights up, you're probably fine.
I'm just thinking about it.
like a drum set.
At
How
the
would you-
barn, though.
If you plug it in, it'll light up.
But how do you know if everything
If
works?
the sensors work,
If
yeah,
it
maybe.
if it
yeah.
lights up, you're probably okay. If not, there's ways to fix it. I remember doing some stuff in the back in the day to fix them.
Yeah. Well, I know for a fact we're gonna get another guitar because when we go home, and I know it works. It's a Coca-Cola guitar, which I think would be really cool to display somewhere.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have another guitar for sure. So we
Yeah.
have two guitars. So we would just need a microphone and a drum set.
'Kay.
Do you have
Microphones are easy.
do you
Any
have
USB
your old-
microphone will work.
Well, do you have your really?
Yeah.
I've got one.
Yeah, it's okay. We got a mic then.
No, well, yeah.
Is
yeah.
yours USB-C?
Not the one I have now. It's a different one I had before.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, I have a USB too.
Because
do you think
I remember in the first like couple bits when I started YouTube back in like 2008 or whatever it was,
Use the
I was using a Rock Band mic as the microphone because it was surprisingly a good mic. It's
Well,
just USB.
Do you think my Yeti up there?
It's your RB dude.
Maybe.
Your RB dude, and then then you use a Rock Band mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Bro, we should try it. We should see if my Yeti will hook up to it. I never could get it to work on my computer without
Maybe.
making horrible
Yeah,
noise.
we can try that out.
So then we would just need a drum set. What kind of drum set would we need? Because we have tons of Guitar Hero drum sets. Is that what we would
Probably
need?
a Rock Band one or a Guitar Hero one. It doesn't matter, I don't think. As long as it's for the 360, we're fine.
Dude, you know what's nuts though? Is we
Wait,
threw
can you-
away my old Rock Band drum set.
That really, really cool one you had? That big one? Didn't you have like a really big one?
Yeah, huge one, dude.
I don't think
That thing was
so.
massive, bro.
I don't think it was Rock Band. I think that was just a
That was an electric
kit.
drum set.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
No,
Didn't
I
you just
broke-
take that back to your house?
Oh, the one in my room? Yeah, I took that back home.
Yeah.
No, I actually had an old Rock Band drum set, but it was when my parents were moving. It was just beat to hell, so we just threw it away.
My Rock Band drum kit broke when my nieces hung out at my house, and I fixed it, and then they broke it again,
Nice.
which is crazy because like I reinforced that thing with like metal.
Did
and
you
they
snap?
Still snapped
Did you
it
snap
off.
the foot pedal?
No, the foot pedal's fine. It snapped the green circle pad on the right off, clean off.
How are they hitting it that hard?
I think they were jumping on it.
Oh my god,
Dude, kids are terrible.
Yeah.
I was telling Sky this the other day how I'm worried to have a collection of video games and stuff that's like valuable and also have kids at the same time. Because I want to have kids someday, but geez, dude, I got to put stuff like really high up so you can't touch them. Like,
Bro, just
oh.
train your kids, Cole. Just
Or
train
you just
them.
have one room like you can't go in daddy's room.
I feel like every kid had that, right?
Yeah.
Like my dad had an office, we couldn't really go in there. I mean, we could occasionally if he was in there, but
No, I would just lock it like can't go in there. Never.
Did you have a no-go room thing in your house?
Not really. I mean, my dad would have an office, but they said, "Hey, don't go in my office." It's like, okay.
He never did.
the funny part is if I had a
he was
no-go
never
room,
curious.
anytime they look in the no-go room, they'd be like, "Man, there's just toys and crap in there, Dad. Quit holding out on us."
Oh yeah. What if?
Yeah.
What if this whole time they think it's like something dangerous or like, and they get a little bit like, is it sexual? Like, what's going on?
They get a little bit older. They get older, and I
Just
let them,
video
they're like
games.
12 or something. I'd let them play games and stuff. Like it was just toys the whole time. What the heck?
Or you just tell them like,
Yeah.
hey, when you get older and you understand a little bit more, I'll show you what's in there. And then it just ends up being video games.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess that moves on to my next name. my my Wii buttons. So the story behind that was that after Call of Duty World at War had been out for like maybe 3 or 4 years, I thought it'd be fun to go back and play some games in it. So I jumped on hardcore and I ran around with an M1911 pistol, and I won every single game. And then I got to a hacker's lobby and I won, and then I got hacked immediately after that game. Don't beat hackers, guys. Do not beat hackers.
So did they change your name?
Your account got hacked?
My account got hacked. They changed the email address and password, and they changed the name. So the only way I was able to... This is how much I cared about my accounts, guys. Let's let you know.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
To get it back, I had to call Microsoft and supply them with 3 different Xbox console serial numbers that account had been on. Luckily, I went to my friend's house all the time and used my accounts on their Xboxes, so I was easily able to get 3 serial numbers that I was able to get it on. And I eventually got it back. I remember the email address was like kingsleyb@hotmail.com. I don't remember what the password was. I think it was just a random number combination.
Oh, man, it would have been cool if you could have given the Microsoft the names of some of the guys in that lobby.
The hackers.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't remember at all. And then they changed my name from RBD23 to Wee Buns. And when I got my account back, I changed the email address and the password to something else. But I never changed the name, because it cost money to change names on Xbox Live, and it was over like 2 weeks, this whole process, and I just was done dealing with Microsoft. I wasn't about to call and be like, hey, can I change my name for free because I got hacked? 'Cause they didn't want to believe me, I don't think. But
And then you could and then you're like, well, it's not that bad.
yeah, I was like, it's not that bad. Then it really grew on me. Then I really just held on to that name.
Bro, what if
funny,
it was
dude.
worse though? What if it was like, would you have paid the money?
If it was like bad,
Okay.
I would have changed. If it was like derogatory or something like that, definitely would have changed the name.
Dude, that's cool that you just owned up to it. You're just like, hey, heck yeah, dude. Like, Wee Buns.
I think it's one of the coolest like name origin stories I can think of.
Seriously. Get hacked.
And the reason why I came up with BW Cole is because I wanted to start streaming, and I didn't really want to be known as Wee Buns while streaming, because when I play Xbox Live, granted I love the name, but when I'd play Xbox Live, similar to thing with Skylar and Kickin' Samza, they didn't know what to call me. Some people would call me Wee, some people would call me Buns or just Bunny. And I thought, man, I'm just going to go by my actual name on Twitch. So I just did BW Cole, which is my name and 2 initials of my first and last. Or I mean, my middle and my last. Like, it's just simple.
Well, I think it works.
That's why I'm BW Cole now, just because of that. Because I didn't want to be... I wanted people to know what my name was from first glance when I'm playing an online game or playing Twitch. Or you playing Twitch.
Playing
Streaming.
on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, playing on Twitch.
You could
That's my
say
names.
Weeby. My
Weeby.
name's Weeby.
I never heard that one before.
I'm Weeb. You could just be
Yeah,
Weeb.
I'll-
Weeb.
Yeah, Wee would actually probably work. I hadn't heard of any of those. The only thing like I said, I heard Wee, I heard Buns, and I heard Bunny a lot. But people call me Bunny a lot.
Bunny.
What about you, Zay?
Do you have any
Dude.
origin stories?
Not really. Mine aren't that cool.
Golf Wing's just
Let's
it's
hear
an
'em.
album, isn't it?
No, it's not an album.
It's a band.
So
Wolfgang.
Shout out to Thick for knowing this, but so Golf Wing is it's a thing that Tyler the creator,
Yeah.
he has like a collective, it's called Odd Future. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He has it's called Odd Future, and like that's one of their, if you look on it, like their clothing brand, it says golf.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like one of the things is they would say Golf Wing, or they would they do like a bunch of changes on it, but yeah, Golf Wing is just one of the things that they say. So I'm like,
If you don't know,
why not? And then they also have a concert or like a festival. It's called Flog Gnaw, which is Golf Wing, but it's just backwards.
yeah.
So it's called Flog Gnaw. So I mean, there's just like a bunch of variations they do on it, and then I don't know. I'm like, it's cool. I'm really I a while back I was a huge fan of like Odd Future. I still really like them, but I mean, I think I just did it as a joke. And then on the numbers, it's just 666, which is it's kind of like with them, like they, I don't know, they have like a lot of like upside down crosses and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're not really like satanic at all, but I think it was a joke. I did it, so I think that's where
also
that came from.
also Odd Future's full name is Odd Future Wolfgang Kill Them All.
Yep, that's
Jeez.
right.
Yeah.
Because when I was in high school, my Jake was really, really, really into Tyler the Creator.
Mhm.
So that's how I knew about all the stuff. So that's why I was like, oh, Wolfgang, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I knew about the odd
So
future crazy killer guy.
so
thing.
if you were
I heard
to
about that too.
if you were to say Wolfgang, a lot of people say like we have like a pack of wolves, like our Wolfgang. But like if you don't know anything about like Odd Future or Tyler the Creator, like you're not gonna know that golf wing is another thing like that they say. So that's why no one really knows when they ask me. I'm like, whatever, just call me Golf or whatever. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
It's not even my name. It's just a joke, I think. What else? And then I think my original Xbox name was my last name Page, and then I put some digits behind it. I don't know. I just did it.
How many digits?
Just
Like,
4.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, Page 1083.
Well, I got a question for you guys now. Then do you guys
Those
like
are my
to be
favorite
known?
numbers. I think though at the time those are my favorite
1083?
numbers. Yeah, I like those numbers still. What?
Do you guys like to be known as your real name or your screen name online?
Oh well, now obviously for me it's my real name. That's what I just go by now.
Yeah.
And if I'm playing games with people I know, I'm not gonna call them Pug Kitty.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna
Well,
call them their name.
see,
What do you guys
I don't
prefer
know.
though? Because like I would say that everybody that watches us and plays like Fortnite, for example, with us
they'll say our
knows
first
us
name.
as
Your first name.
they'll say our first name, but
We know them as their screen names.
exactly.
Even we may know their first name, but that's what we knew them first as
Still
their.
calling him that.
And I think the reason why they call us our first names is because that's what we told them essentially to call us when they first met us.
Or like they hear us talking like to each other, and
Yeah.
we refer to each other as their first names. So
I
it's
think
like,
Zay's one of the outliers here because when people meet you, they probably will call you Golf or something like that.
Mhm.
But when they hear us calling you Zay, they'll start calling you Zay too because they go, oh, like that's what we call him. That's his
Yeah.
name.
yeah, that's probably what it is.
But like for me and Sky, because we stream by ourselves sometimes, they'll go, oh, that's clearly Sky or that's Cole
Yeah.
because that's what they're calling themselves and stuff like that.
Well, and new people will come in and they'll be like, "Oh, what's up, Rad?" And they'll say Rad. Like,
Yeah.
if it's just me on screen playing Fortnite, they'll say Rad. But I think that after a few minutes, like especially if somebody new comes and sees all 4 of us sitting on the couch, like, "Oh, radkatz." Oh, it's all of them. That makes sense.
You know, this is what was one of my topics, but my buddy pointed this out to me the other day. He was talking about like, are you the radkatz or is like your fans or something? I was like, oh yeah, we are, but we don't really talk about that much, you know, us being the radkatz.
So do we need to say that every episode?
I don't think we need to say it, but it's just interesting that he brought that up. He
Yeah,
also was
I
wondering
guess-
what like we call our fans. I said that they're the Cat Pack,
Yeah, Cat Pack.
but we don't ever say that either.
No, it's
We
like
say it sometimes.
I think it's kind of cringy. That's what
yeah,
I like to say. It's
the whole thing with like everyone has like their
Their fan
everyone's got
base.
Logan
Yeah.
Paul, Logang, and then Jake Paul's the Jake Paulers. It's like everyone has like their own group or whatever, like FaZe Clan or something like that. Just like I don't know.
Phase
It's-
up.
I think that's why we don't. It doesn't matter. Like we just don't say it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why.
I feel like
It's we don't
everything's
care.
just a joke to us, though. Is
'Cause-
like the reason we did it was just a joke, but I guess it kind of stuck. Obviously, it didn't stick. Actually, thinking about it, but I don't know. I mean, do you guys refer to yourself as the Cat Pack, or you're like, dude, I'm one of the cats?
I'm one of the cats.
No one says that.
One of the
I
kittens.
guarantee no one says that.
But, like-
someone just says, "Yeah, we talk to these guys every once in a while. You should check out their channel or something."
I always
They
it's
go-
like no one's
they
gonna
just
say,
go-
"I'm part of the Cat
There
Pack."
you go.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the. Thanks for becoming another member of the Cat Pack, and they just go unfollow.
Mistake.
No, I think we would say it as jokes. Like whenever people would follow on Twitch early on, I'd be like, dude, welcome to the Cat Pack, brother, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like our follow emote is Kenny G playing a saxophone song, which, by the way, gets you banned in all countries if it's on YouTube. So
It totally does. Yeah.
Really? Yep.
Yeah, we got a video blocked in like United States and everywhere because Kenny G was playing. So Sky had to
Really?
cut that out of the video and people upload it.
Dang, that's crazy.
Mm.
yeah. But no, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of things are just a joke. So don't take us too serious, everybody. Which I don't know. I feel like after people watch one video, they're like, "Yeah, these guys are idiots."
Yep.
Never coming back. Yeah.
They always do. Baby.
Or just, but like, I think another thing, I've always liked our we'll be back soon. We're just cleaning out the litter box. or
Yeah.
Oh, I've
whatever.
always liked that.
That was
I like
Stain's-
that.
that
That's
was Stain's
pretty
baby,
funny.
too. That's a
I
good
think that's
one.
pretty funny. So like we say, thanks for becoming another
poop in the litter
Yeah,
box.
become another poop in the litter box for 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, thanks for pooping in the litter box for
If
3
it's like
months.
that, we should probably clean them out after the stream, so because they're gonna be leaving anyway.
That's what it could be, dude. Is it's like, hey, thanks for pooping in a litter box for 3 months. Like when someone subscribes. Cole's been pooping in a litter box for like over a year now.
I'm sitting at we're at 2 months or 18.
Dang, dude.
I mean, that's how much you subscribe to my channel. I need to resub with my Twitch Prime because I took off my tier 1 sub. But I'm gonna use my Twitch Prime now because I'm not paying money anymore to that. Oh. Well, I actually did have some topics for this week. We haven't gone over any of the topics.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the name was one.
I got
I
a
thought we were
question.
No,
shooting
that wasn't.
No, because he said RB dude, and then we started talking about Rock Band, and then it's like,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
We talked about everything. Yeah,
that
the
way.
names honestly were never one of my topics. We just started talking about names.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Has anyone eaten what's it called?
Dog food.
No.
I have.
What's it called?
Tastes good.
Otter Pop.
Yeah.
Has anyone eaten an Otter Pop in this chair since we've had it?
Is there stain?
Ooh.
Did you make a stain?
I just found this. I found this in the side of the chair. We need to clean these out.
What?
Flip it up, and there's garbage all under it.
An otter pop?
Whoa, that's gotta be from like
And there's
summer.
still in it too.
That's gotta be from like summer. I swear I took the cushions out at one point.
Bro, that's
though.
nasty.
At least one of them.
Dane, when you edit this, make this a clip, okay?
They put your hand in there, see what you get.
Yeah.
They do it, see what you get.
Maybe there's money. There's money.
See what you get then. Oh,
Bro,
Dane,
hold on.
do it.
We should take them off right now. Let's see. What if
I'm
there's like
pretty sure I
$100
took off
in
one
there?
of them. I'm pretty sure. I think the one
Say,
thing
say,
sitting.
Mike. Sorry for that ear rape, everyone.
I don't think we're gonna edit that out.
Nope.
You should, instead of saying zay, Scott, you should have said brace your ears.
Mike.
Oh, you can't take the cushions off.
Oh, you can't?
Well, just feel in there then, Thane. See what your elf eyes can feel.
Oh, it's like a corn loop.
Man, yours is full of stuff.
I don't get it. Cole, does they ever bump your mic?
No, but mine's not over his armrest. It kind of is, but it's far back. Yeah, Zay doesn't move that much.
Thane hits my mic at least 2 or 3 times an episode.
Put it in there. There's a bunch of stuff.
Is it nasty?
Gross, bro.
Ew.
Dude, that freaking Otter Pop from like 7 months ago.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, that's definitely from the summer too. No one's having otter pops in the winter.
Yeah.
It's funny. Or thanks for asking, Jose. I haven't eaten any otter pops.
Well, dang. How much time do we got left? Because I got 2 topics. One of them
40
could take a while.
Just go for
Like 20 minutes left.
You know what's funny though is before we move on, remember how we were talking about hiding something throughout the episode?
Yeah.
I definitely
Stretch the
hid
ego.
something, and I just revealed it. So if you know what it is, comment down below.
I missed it. Tell me after. I don't
Oh,
have
it's
to
gonna
watch
bother
this again.
Cole now.
I hid something the whole episode, and I just barely revealed it.
Or you're like holding it?
I was not holding it. No.
Well, rats, dude. I mean cats, dude.
Yeah, litter box, dude.
Well, anyway, going back to Thane's email debacle with his work, I wanted to know where you guys have all worked, all of your different work experiences, because I feel like we're an interesting group of individuals that have worked a lot of weird random jobs. Like personally, I've worked like 5 or 6 different jobs now.
I feel
in
like
my
I
life.
feel like I should go first because mine are not. I have a very small resume.
Okay, let's go for it, Sky. What you
He
got?
does.
So my first job,
And he's never had the public job except this
No,
one. This
yeah.
is his first one he has now.
Yep.
All the
So-
other ones he's always worked for family or someone that we know.
I see,
or
I see.
myself.
It's a freaking weasel.
But so the first, when I was 12 years old was the first time I started working, and all I did was mow lawns. So and I had a lot of lawns. Like I was mowing like 8 or 9 lawns a week. And so I was making like for a 12 to 16-year-old kid, I was making probably about $2,000 or $3,000 in the summer just mowing lawns. Like it was not a bad gig at all. Because I couldn't work in the winter because I did basketball. So I just mowed lawns, and then when I was 17, I got another job because a lady she knew my mom, and she's like, hey, we need some referees for our Little League basketball tournament. So I would referee basketball games. I would do 3 games like twice a week, and it was $15 a game. So I was making like was at $45 a night when we do that. So I mean, I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was in high school, so I didn't need to. And then after that, I did construction with my dad for 2 years, and that was like, I guess you could say, my first job that I wasn't just working for myself, unless you count the referee one. But and then after the construction is when I started my film business, which I still do on the side, and I supported myself for like a year and a half with that, and then now I got my first real job, which is I teach music at a school. So
Okay, so list them off. Like, what's the title? List each title.
I mowed lawn mower, a referee.
So referee's probably your first official job then.
Yeah, well, working. I guess.
Did you get paid another table?
No.
Probably if you were
No.
a kid, right?
I don't think so, because
I don't think so.
you don't have to. You don't make enough yet to like declare it or
Okay,
anything.
gotcha,
So it's like
gotcha.
you're making what, literally like not even $100 a week.
That makes sense.
No, yeah, not even $100 a week because chump change.
Yeah, so I guess
Anyway.
technically, I would
I
say
don't
it's a
even
first
I don't
job.
even
I would say
remember.
it is.
But one fun story about that.
If you work for someone else you don't know, I'd say it's a first job.
Okay, well that was
Me,
my first
so I would
real
say.
job then. But yeah, I was a lawnmower, a referee, construction worker, entrepreneur, I guess, and then music teacher. But funny story about the basketball thing is when I was reffing games, I reffed a bunch of games, and my boss would give me a paycheck like once a month. But I guess that I reffed a whole bunch of games that I don't remember ever reffing, and it was like $300. So I just got a random check in the mail for $300,
Jeez.
and it was from her. And I called her up,
It's
and I was
5
like,
years ago.
I was
or
like,
5
hey,
years later.
I was like,
or
hey,
something.
what was this for? And she's like, oh, it was a bunch of games you reffed. I'm like, okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Because I didn't want to be like, oh crap, did she send a check to the
Yeah,
wrong person?
of
I just
course.
wanted to be, because I knew the lady
You want
really
the
well.
money.
Huh?
You want the money.
Well, I wanted the money, but I knew the lady really well, so I figured I should at least call and just see.
Yeah, I mean, you did. You did your part.
Yeah. But yeah, I made
Way to do the
$300.
right things, guy.
Anyway,
Kinda.
yeah, my resume
You probably could have lost it money if you deeped a little bit further.
my resume is very minuscule, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's a decent amount.
Hey, if you got by this far in life without having that many jobs and you're
It's-
fine,
yeah, I'm
like,
pretty-
I don't
I'm
I don't see that as a loss. You saved yourself a bunch of horrible experiences.
Yeah.
I can't say the same, bro. I can't.
All right, I feel like Zay's is gonna be good. So let's move on to
Uh.
Thane. Or Thane's got good ones too. Cause
I feel like the rest, all of you guys, I just have a very lame job work experience. So anyone else that goes next is going to be great.
We'll do things.
okay, Thane, let's
Thank you,
hear it.
Bill.
What are your jobs?
your first
After
job?
high school, I went and worked at a thrift store. It's one in the Midwest called Deseret Industries. And if you go like places in Utah or even like more of the southern part of Idaho, you'll probably see one. It's just a thrift store chain, and they only have you. They what they want you to do is they want you to work there and then try to find another job.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
so they
you can
want
only-
you out of
you can
here,
only work there for,
out
like,
of there
2
like in a
years or
year and a
something.
half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was having trouble finding jobs, and then the people out there said, "Oh, we're just gonna send you a staffing agency." And then so I went to work there, and I went to work a few jobs. I worked like a construction cleanup. Worked there for like a week. They said, "Oh, we'll call you if there's any work."
Oof.
And
Never
then
did.
Was it winter time? Is that why?
it was coming to winter time.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
the
like
season is
yeah,
kind of ending. Then
Yeah.
makes sense.
it's like in October. And then I worked in a tree yard.
I remember that one.
tree
Yeah.
yard?
We planted trees. I remember
Yeah,
that.
like it was
Oh.
harvesting season, so they were harvesting the
Yeah.
trees, and I had to work 12 hours out there. It was horrible. I hated that job.
Jeez.
How long was it?
It's like only a week.
Oh,
but it
bro,
was-
you got by.
Yeah, I got by.
That's awesome.
And then my dad, for some reason, said, "Here, sign up with this agency." I don't know why he would. I should have said why. No, I've already had one staffing agency. Why do I want to sign up for other? But I did anyways because I didn't really know job experience very well. But if you try to tell me,
Camera.
hey, even though you're at this other staffing agency, go sign up for this one. Be like, no. And so yeah, I did, and I worked this soul crushingly boring job where I had to sort potatoes in this warehouse. And it was cold. It It was very cold.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
And I was sorted for 8 hours. I just had to stand there. I couldn't listen to music. They wouldn't allow your phone in there. Yeah.
Oh dang, dude. He was in
And
it.
like if I worked there any longer, I would have probably
jumped into the conveyor belt.
I would jump the conveyor belt.
Became a potato.
and become a potato. I was becoming a potato because I was doing the same
His
thing.
mind was already like mad.
And they told you-
Yeah.
They told you to sort these potatoes, so I was trying to guess. Most of them were good.
I think.
Anyways.
Yeah, hopefully they were good.
This one looks like a
Takes a
rock.
bite. Oh, that's a rock.
Throws it in the
So I was literally like, but luckily I didn't do that job for long. And then
How long was that one for?
yeah, then another job in that it was only like a couple weeks.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, longer
But-
than a week, bro. Jeez.
But then another job at I think like the plant was Orida, and they like had me just sort stuff most of the time. They had me do random jobs. Then when Christmas rolled around, it's like, oh hey, sorry, we're gonna like we don't need you anymore, but maybe we'll call you after the holiday. And like then my parents were like, why don't you do this thing called Pathways? And it was like for the BYU Idaho.
Oh yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
And so I was like, okay,
Online
so
school, right?
so doing online school for a while, still trying to find a job. Then like in around August, September, I worked on this farm, this local farm. They just had me drive a tractor and clean up the side of the roads with the weeds are
Okay,
along
so
the
you're a
crops.
mower.
But there wasn't much work for me there, so they said, yeah, we don't have much work for you left, so we're gonna have to let you go. It's like, okay.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Thanks done so
Okay.
much.
Yeah.
We even got to the jobs
And
I didn't know
then-
about.
And then I was still doing school, and eventually I dropped out because like I couldn't really grasp programming, and also online schools are like I can only get so much learn like what's the word, like they can only tell you so much to how to do it, and without like the teacher there, it's kind of hard to grasp for me at
I
least.
feel like online schooling is definitely like 98% you just
Yeah,
learning
it is.
yourself.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it is. And
Without
if
a
you need
doubt.
help from the teacher, you can't rely on them by just constantly emailing them. You have
Google, YouTube.
yeah.
That's how I passed math class. And
Yeah.
I cheated.
But anyways,
Clip that. Clip
Sorry,
that.
Mom.
during school, I got a janitor job at
There we
at like
go.
an elementary school,
Now we're getting
Oh.
stuff I know of.
Good lord.
and I was there for like 3 years.
Gosh, dude.
he told me about times
Yeah.
he clean up like poop and
I've
Yeah.
got
vomit.
it on video of him working at this place.
Like you videoed him working there?
Well, it's when I first started vlogging. It's like episode 2. I went to his
Okay.
work to grab
say hi or
to
something?
grab some. I think I grabbed a hard drive from you or something.
Yeah. But then I said, you know what? I'm gonna move out of the house, and my parents didn't really want me to, but before I was moving, I decided to help my dad with another job. It was like a electricity job, and if I stuck with that, I probably could have learned some valuable things.
Like an electrician?
True.
Yeah,
Okay.
His dad is electrician.
but I wanted to move out of the house, so I decided, and I moved here and I got a job as a housekeeper, and
It was like an old folks home.
yeah, and I was trying to do school around it too, so like
I don't know how he did that.
yeah,
Dude,
I
Thane-
know.
Thane would get
His
up at like
schedule's
6 o'clock in the
insane,
morning, and
bro.
he'd go work
Yeah.
until 3. He would come home and eat some food for like 10 minutes,
And
and
then
then he'd
go
go
to
to
school.
school all night, dude.
Yeah,
Like he wouldn't get home till like 8 or 9. But Zay's
Yeah.
schedule at the same time was pretty grueling too, because
bro,
you
I'll
both
tell you about mine.
you both would get
Mine-
home.
mine was
I would be so bored
crazy.
because I didn't have a job, so I would just sit at home
This
all
guy's
day,
a
just
weasel.
yeah, just freaking
Yeah.
fiddling
bro.
my stick, just waiting.
That's
for
when he
these
was
guys to get
streaming
home.
twice a day.
Yeah. I was trying real hard,
Yeah.
dude. I'm like, yo, if I could become a popular streamer, then none of these guys have to work. I tried my tail off, bro, and it's just
and
It's not that simple.
yeah.
and since this was a technical college, I thought, wow, like I'll get something out of this. I was trying to learn video editing, but like the other one, the teachers didn't really help. They were just in their office doing their own work, and like they didn't really monitor.
They're doing their freelance jobs.
Yeah, they expected you to do all the work, be there, and I should. And eventually I dropped out of there. But before that, I tried to go full time, because I had Pell Grants from school. It's like, I'll just live off those, but I didn't do too well. So I was like, well. And then I dropped out. It's like, well, I guess I better get another job. So I was looking, so I was on the hunt, and I finally found one during the summer, which was another staffing agency. But unlike the other ones, this one I'm still working at. It's the late night
grind
box stacking job, and also. Before surgery, I'm trying to find another part-time job so I can make a bit more money.
So I got a question for you, and I should answer this too, but this question goes for you guys too after you tell yours. What was your least favorite job and your most favorite job?
Probably the tree yard.
Least favorite?
Yeah.
What's your most favorite?
If you had to pick.
Probably the DI, because the people I worked with I liked, I enjoyed, except for this one kid, but he kind of had problems. He was weird. Yeah.
So
cool.
while Thane was telling this, I thought about this. What if at his video production classes, his teachers are like I said, they were working on
The
freelancing. They're like, okay, next week's assignment is a video of this person's wedding. Get it to me by next week.
Oh my god!
He just picks the best one and sells it to $1,000.
What a sucker,
bro! That'd be crazy,
dude. I bet they could get away with that kind of crap. Oh shit!
They didn't.
They
didn't do it at all. They didn't tell students, "Hey, come edit this video."
Could you imagine? Though? That's so funny.
Here, come edit this work I'm doing.
Speaking of, just real quick, touching on this topic, and I don't want to be too controversial, but it's just
he's always like.
I
this.
don't think
he's always. Like,
I've always
I know
been
exactly
against I've always been against online schooling or like the school that Thane went to, because essentially you're just paying to teach yourself. Like, I remember Brennan went to the same school, and he's like, yeah, I just go and sit there and read out of a book and teach myself, and then I'll look at the computer and teach myself. I was like, well, what's the teacher there for? Just if I have to ask questions. I'm like, so you're just paying money to teach yourself? But I guess if you're going to do college, I'm not saying don't do college, but I just never understood this, and maybe it's because I've never been to college. But essentially, you're just paying for your degree. You're just paying for the paper to say, oh, hey, I passed. Is what it seems like to me when you do online schooling like this. Obviously, going to a university is a little bit different because you're actually learning physically from a professor. But the online schooling, man, I was like, man, it's just like 98% you just teaching yourself, and you pay for it. So I don't know.
That's how I felt about my online class, roughly. I mean, I could email my teacher and talk to him about stuff, but the class was so easy that I didn't even need to. So it was just a waste. But I had to. It was required for my major at the time.
Yeah.
So Thane, before we move on, could you? This may be hard. You have a lot. Would it be possible to list off your titles at each job, and then we can count them on our fingers? I'll count as you list them.
I got janitor, which also housekeeper, but it was kind of the same thing. But
I'll count as
two different jobs though.
I'll count as different.
DI, there wasn't very many. Like, there's different.
So I guess sales. Were you a salesman or?
I didn't work at the cashier, but I did stock shelves. So I guess it was a stalker.
Okay. I've done a lot. I swear.
Then I also was I guess I was working at the back part, which was considered the warehouse. So I guess I could be considered a warehouse worker. I should have learned how to drive a forklift there, but I didn't take the forklift classes. I missed out on that. Could have really worked for my current job, but I guess also I'm a warehouse worker at the current job I'm at, and yeah.
I don't know what you'd call like the potato thing.
Yeah.
I just call sorter.
Warehouse. It was.
I don't think there's.
It was another
actual
warehouse.
name,
So I guess warehouse worker, and then for
You did a tractor once.
Yeah,
So
tractor driver. And then,
And then
for the
tree
tree
climber?
yard, I was just a yard worker. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So roughly, seven-ish types of jobs. I mean, you did some warehouse stuff a couple times. So 7-ish type of jobs.
What'd Sky have? 2?
Sky had, I think, 4.
Well, lawnmower, referee, construction, film, music. Yeah, 5. But real quick, I just wanted to say my least favorite and my most favorite were actually the same job. I love my job now, and it's really fun. But I think the least fun I've ever had was doing construction, but it was also some of the most fun I ever had was doing construction. Because some days sucked real bad, dude. You do a 13-hour day, and you start at 5
I can
a.m.
understand that.
You don't talk to anyone.
Yeah, you're like, dude, this is just hell.
Everyone doesn't want to talk. Everyone's just so mad they don't talk.
But then there's some days you show up, and everybody's just in a good mood, and you're like, man.
I don't know what everyone ate this morning.
Yeah, seriously. You're cracking jokes. The day flies by, and it's like I still have tons of stories I could tell from when I did construction. You know, I've got some stories from teaching music now that I could tell, but some of the construction stories are just great, dude. So I don't know. It was my least and most favorite job, I would say, as of right now, that I've had.
Cool. I'll do mine because it seems like Zaya's got an encyclopedia of jobs going on.
I got a few when I think about it. I got a few.
So my very first job was a farmhand. I grew up on my dad's farm, and I woke up at 6 a.m. every morning and moved water, hand lines, moved sprinklers basically, and drive tractor, all that kind of jazz. My next job was a salesman at a video game store. I sold video games.
To me.
To Skylar a couple times, and Thane a couple times. I remember them.
Wait, you do remember us?
Yeah. I always tell you about that time with your ex-girlfriend. You walk in, I was like just stunned. Like, you were like, we're going to play lots of these games. I'm like, dang, dude, this girl must be perfect.
She was.
Oh, no, Cole. Oh, no. Nice, Cole. Nice one.
And then,
yeah. Memories I've forgotten about.
I did a landscaping job. I was listed as the manager as the landscaping job. Basically, they had to list me as that so I could drive the vehicles because I was the only one that could drive them.
Oh my God.
Were they stick?
They were stick.
Respect. Give me some. I'll respect that.
And then
That's honestly a skill, bro. I swear, if anyone asks you for like lists or like skills or qualities, like I can drive manual.
Yep.
That's
nuts though.
Not a lot of people.
30 years ago, manual was the only way.
Yep.
But now, like,
no one knows
if you know that, like, people are like, oh, you don't have to train as much. Cool, this guy's perfect.
Yep. I had an IT job for Boise State University.
So it's 4.
Then I worked as a weed sprayer, and my current job is a parts receiver, so I guess that's warehouse kind of stuff.
I think that's 6.
I
think that's 6.
6?
Sure. We can go back to
Least favorite, most favorite?
Most favorite, without a doubt, was my IT job. I loved it. It was super, super chill. The actual work was actually pretty fun. My coworkers were pretty chill most of the time. Pretty good times, pretty fun stories as well. Least favorite? Whew. I don't know. I mean, I had a pretty good experience with every single one of my jobs. I'm not going to lie. Oh, dude, video games is pretty good, too. That could be another one of the favorites.
I remember when McLovin came into the store, dude, and he was beatboxing. Dear Lord, that guy was hilarious.
You just walked around that place, dude. That's why you hang out in that parking lot.
Real quick story about that. There was a dude that actually gave me an ID that said McLovin on it.
No way.
And I hadn't thought anything of it because I didn't care. I was selling Halo or something to this kid.
You're like, dude,
I was
whatever.
like, whatever.
So it was fake.
He gave me a fake ID. It said McLovin on it.
Bro, it's fake.
To this day, I remember it because when I actually found out what McLovin was, I was like, oh, shoot.
That guy was a fake.
You know, sometimes I'd go, it's like, hey, you got this game, and they just let me buy it, even though it was like 16.
Because you're freaking 6'3".
Yeah,
you look like a grown man.
If I knew
And I
the
don't
person,
think
I'd typically sell him. But if it was a kid walked in and said, I want to buy Grand Theft Auto 4, I'm like, dude, get out of here without your parents.
Yeah, dude.
And then their mom would come up like, okay, just let you know, this game has nudity, this game has drug abuse, this game has hookers, has all these things.
And then she's
go,
like, is that
okay,
it?
That's
Okay.
fine. I'm like, man, you're a terrible parent.
Oh,
that's
that's all.
sick.
I'm
You
selling
let a
meth on the
6-year-old play
side.
Grand Theft Auto? Man, terrible parents of the world. I learned about that.
Bro, we would
Oh,
always
yeah.
take. I remember we were like 15, 14, 15. We'd always take Thane to go buy our games for us. We're like, Thane, can you buy this game for us? And so I remember one time we were at Walmart. I pulled out my wallet, I pulled out my money, and I gave it to Thane just so he could give it to the cashier lady.
Right for the lady?
She sat and watched me, and she's like, "Is that all?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, it is." Yeah.
I don't remember this. What game was it?
I think it was Doom 3, bro. I think it was Doom
BFG
3.
edition? Yeah, okay.
I think it was Doom 3.
You didn't like that game?
Nope.
I'd have to say my least favorite job was probably the weed spraying, 'cause there really wasn't a lot going on with that. It was like an all-day thing where I would just sit on a four-wheeler and spray things. I'd listen to music, basically, and that was about it.
And you MacGyvered once.
Yeah.
Bro, that was awesome. I'm
The
thinking about
poopy-
that,
the
Mike.
MacGyver. I had to go. Sometimes you gotta go.
Yeah.
Shout out to episode 4 of season 2.
Yeah, that was a pretty early episode of season 2, wasn't it?
Bro, that's such
That
a
feels like
gold. That's a
forever
golden
ago, dude.
story, bro.
It feels like so long ago.
That is awesome.
It was almost a year ago, bro. We're coming up on summer. We got 5 months for summer.
We're not even in spring yet, Sky.
You know how fast January went?
I'm just saying, we're not even in spring yet.
Okay,
You
remember
know
this
what? Time to go
conversation.
faster.
Remember this conversation in June.
You know what's
Sure.
cool though, is I feel like already this month has been very productive for me at least.
Yeah?
Like as far as like what I would like to do for this year, and I'm thinking like, okay, this is cool. Like I've already like I felt like I've done like a lot so far, and like we're not even finished with the first month yet, which is like it's awesome.
I 100% agree with you, too.
Yeah.
I feel the same.
It's cool. It's a good feeling. I wish
It is a
everyone
good
could have that feeling every once in a while.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Well, last but not least, Zay, let's hear about your jobs.
So there might be, I don't know, these like you said one that made me reminded me of one. So I just remembered it because like when I'm thinking of these things, like I don't think of it as like a job. I just think of it like as a time in my life, like where I was almost like we were just doing something. I didn't think of it like as like a job. That's the thing. It's like a horrible experience. I don't think of it as a job. So I think my first job I got when I was in high school, when I was like 15, 16, something like that. Probably 16. I worked at a grocery store.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was my title was like a bagger, so like
Was
a
this
bag boy.
Smith's?
Nope.
Oh.
It
I
was
assumed I knew a lot of kids that worked there.
Albertsons.
Oh, okay.
So
right
the
behind
OG,
it.
the OG, yeah. See, I was like, everyone goes over to
Yeah.
Smith's, but like, yeah, I was Albertsons. So
Not even there
um,
anymore. Albertson's
yeah,
gone.
exactly. So
That's crazy.
I remember, so that was like my official title. So I would just help people like bag the groceries and stuff, and then like I would like mop and do all the like just random stuff, but
Mhm.
like collect carts in the parking lot.
I hear that's a pain, the
um,
cart stuff.
It can be because like if like there's one on the other side, like there was a big parking lot, so like if it would flow all the way like out into like the road, like you have to like walk like across that huge, like if you've seen the parking lot, it's a huge, you have to walk across the whole thing just to go get it.
Yeah.
That's why I think people suck. They need to just put the carts in the cart dispenser.
It's nice when, especially if like you're going to Walmart or something, like a big one like that, dude. It's nice they have like a bunch of cart collectors, like where you put your carts at. But this one, there was like 2 of them. They're all the way at the front. So like, if someone like parks way far out, they leave their cart and then it rolls or something. You're just like, all right, dude, cool.
Thanks.
I remember seeing like, so at that store, there was like the windows were open and like you could see just the whole parking lot. So if there's only a few cars or like there was a few like. If there's a few cars but they're like spread out, you can see like where the carts were at. And I remember like it was a windy day, like seeing carts just fly just right into the side of cars, dude.
Oh.
Carts would just freaking get sent by the wind and just. Tsh. That's what happens when people don't put their carts away though, dude. Like if
Yeah.
there's wind, like there's not a lot of cars, there's space for it to move.
Hey,
Carts
not
just
their
go
problem with their
exactly.
car.
It just sucks though, cause it just I don't know, bad deal, but. It was funny watching them slide into cars though. Just hit the side of it. I did that for a while, probably like maybe around a year. And then what else? And then I worked. I helped this guy out for a while. He worked with like he would I think flip houses basically, so buy like a house
Okay,
and then
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
redo it and then sell it. I helped this guy out for a while. It was that. So he'd do that, but he also had a farm, so I'd help him on both.
Okay.
So he's like, hey, we're going to go here this week or here this day. And I'd just be like, okay. And I'd just drive. And then, so I helped him out with, like, I remember we would redo, like, I remember putting, like, tiles into, like, bathrooms and stuff like that. And then just, like, tearing stuff out. And I remember he'd have me cut, like, the soffit and fascia of houses. So I remember doing that with, like, a saw. And then, like, the farm-wise, it would be, like weeds, like spring weeds, but also, like, I remember raking hay. I never baled it, but I remember raking.
Like tractor raking it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that was about it for that one. That was kind of the responsibilities. And then one after that, I would say was probably construction. I worked with same as Sky. Did that for like probably 2 years, dude. Honestly, 2 years while I did that, and then I got a job as I went and sold pest control, which sucked ass. It sucked, dude. Sorry. So it was just a bad experience. I think I met some really cool people, and like it was kind of just cool seeing just a different way of life, because some people do it for a living, and then some people are made for it. So I did that for a while, probably like 5 months, if that, maybe even 4. And then I worked construction again for a while, same thing. And then after that, I worked, and then I think after that, I got a job as delivering newspapers.
Oh, yeah.
So I deliver newspapers
That's
for
why
like
some rubber bands, huh?
Yeah. Well, there's always rubber bands everywhere. I still have like
Hey,
like,
we appreciate you for
Yeah,
that.
they're nice.
I still have a ton. Like I still have a ton in the back of my car. So I remember, dude. The thing is with this route, or like the routes I would do, I'd have to wake up at like 3 in the morning to be able to go pick up the newspapers. It's a crazy routine when you think about it. Like if you've ever had a newspaper delivered to your house, like you don't think much about it. Like you wake up, there's the paper, but what's behind that though is like we'd have to go pick up the papers at like 3 or 3:30 in the morning, and with the amount of routes I had to have all of them delivered. That's like 6:30 or 7. You had to have them delivered by. So like I'd have them all delivered at a certain time, but like you have to remember all the houses are at, and like I remember the first few weeks like I missed all the houses, I think, or like I think I missed like a whole street because I just couldn't read the map. I didn't understand it very well. So like yeah, it is difficult. So I remember doing that. I remember what I would do though is I would wake up at like 3 or 3:30, stay up till like 6 or 7, and then I would sleep, and then I'd go to school, and then what had happened to me though a few times, I'd sleep in past 3:30 or 3, and then I wake up and like I'd be late to deliver newspapers, and I'd get in trouble. So like I remember I just started staying up through the night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. I remember staying up through the night just to ensure that I would not miss, just so I didn't sleep in till like 4, like even 5. So I remember doing that for a while, and then after that, I washed dishes. I cleaned and washed dishes for a while. I did that for like a few months. So I remember at this time is what this guy's talking about. I had this dishwashing job. I think it was like a transition. So like I was delivering newspapers, and then right after that I'd go into my washing dishes job for a few hours, and then I'd go home and just sleep, and then I did that for a few weeks. And then after I lost the newspaper job, or I stopped working. I didn't lose it. I just stopped working there. And then I worked the dishwashing job, and then after that one, I got the job I'm at now. It's like a health clinic. It's like a doctor's office basically. So, what my schedule was for a while, I remember when Thane was doing his thing, and then when Sky would just stay home. That's what he's talking about. I would go to work at like 10, and then I'd come home at like 3. So I remember for a while what I would do is I was doing training for a few weeks at this new job for like a week or 2. So I remember I'd go to training at like 7 in the morning. I'd go to my dishwashing job at like 10. And then after I got done with my dishwashing job at like 3, I would go back to that same job for training. So I got home at like probably 6 or 7 at night. And then after that, I just started working just with my one now, which is a lot better. But yeah, that's about it. So
Least
I
favorite,
didn't count.
most favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't count either. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say like 6 or 7 at least. Dude, I don't know. I'm like everyone else. Work just sucks, bro. I don't know. At least the stuff I've done, it just blows. It sucks, man. I'd say probably the worst. I've had horrible experiences at all of them. Oh no, I had another one. See, I see. I did this other one for like a minute. It was like kind of like Thane, but it was like a recycling place, like where I would sort like plastic and like recyclables from non-recyclable things. So I remember doing that for a while. Not even, maybe like a week, because it was like the same conditions, really cold. But I think the worst one, I think, was probably, now thinking about it, the Albertsons one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember working, I think I did it for a year, but I had to work like on, I remember missing out on a few like big things. So like a dance. I remember there was a dance like one weekend where I had to work.
Yeah.
Where I didn't get to go on the date, like where you go like with your date or whatever. I went to the dance though later that night, and then I think we hung out for a little bit, but like it's just you had to work around like schedules and stuff. So like I had to. I think I was working hours where like they didn't really have much. There was like really, it wasn't really flexible, so I had to work during a lot of like, I remember on Thanksgiving I went to eat at my family's house, like with all the family gathered around, and then I had to go work like right after that. So like I went and saw him for a little bit, but then I had to go to work, and then I came back a few hours later, but when everyone was like gone. So like I don't know, I think maybe just at the time, like, and then just the responsibilities with it, I think, was just the worst things. I don't know. And then seeing people you would know.
Well, it's like in high school too. Like high school kids are always so busy doing stuff.
Yeah.
That having to work too really sucks.
And I don't know. It's just, and then when you would see people come in, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to do this." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." That sounds like fun. And then, I don't know. So I think honestly, thinking about it, it wasn't that bad. But at the time, it was like it was a year.
That
of
makes
just,
sense. Yeah.
A year of just pretty grueling. I think probably the best one. Man, they're all doozies. The construction one was pretty fun at times. I remember sometimes it was horrible, but there was a lot of times it was fun. So yeah, I'd probably say the same, construction, because like there was a lot of like good times. So I'd probably say the same thing.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about that is I would never do construction ever again in my whole life.
I would never do it again.
I think the only reason it was fun is because of the people we were working with.
Exactly.
But they were like family and friends, so I think that's what made it. So I guess to clarify, construction in and of itself really sucks, but the people we were working with is what made it fun.
Yeah. Maybe some people like it, but yeah, Skyline just
not for me, dude.
Nope.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I agree with that. The people you work with really, really can make any job. Oops. GG camera. We're probably closing up. We don't need to bother this guy, probably.
All right, sorry, thing. You have to put something.
I think I talked a long time. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good. That's the whole point of this segment, was to hear about people's jobs.
My bad.
You know, in closing, I want to say that everybody should work a job that you have to deal with people. Am I right, Zay? Everybody should at least experience that one time.
I think you'd be good. It's good for you, honestly. Even though like it turns your skin inside out sometimes, like it, because people can be mean. You just don't. It's unpredictable. Yep. But I think it's good for you in the sense that like you kind of force yourself to talk, and then I don't know. You kind of get accustomed to just seeing different sides of things. So I think it's good to work like different sides of things a lot.
I've thought this for a while, that everybody should work some kind of service job, because you just get so many different skills you wouldn't normally get just from normal day-to-day life. Especially like nowadays, people are pretty closed off. They don't really do things that much, I would say.
True.
They don't really have a lot of like conversations with people. If you're working in a job where you're forced to have conversations with people, you'll learn how to talk to people. You'll learn how to deal with people, even people that suck, and it makes you a better person, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think along with that too, though, is like I think if everyone were to do it at least one time in their life, they can kind of see like, oh, this is why this is like. So Like, you always have people that aren't, like, they're always like, well, I got this late, or, like, this didn't happen. Like, well, I mean, if you worked where I'm at, like, if you were standing where I'm at, like, working this, like, you would understand, like, why it didn't happen. Like, for whatever reason, I mean, sometimes, like, I don't know, just, I think it'd make people more understanding of things.
Definitely.
Instead of, like, yelling at you and being, like, really mean.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think it'd be helpful in that sense.
Yeah. That's one thing I've learned from working with people is I've learned how surprisingly nice people are, and I've learned how surprisingly rude people are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I would say probably 90% is usually genuine people. Just, they're nice. You know what I mean? I think genuine people, most people are just usually nice. But there's that rare percentage where they're just arrogant, dude. They're like really selfish, and it's like, I have to have this done now, and if you don't do it for me now, I'm going to scream at you until you get it done.
Or if it's not done in this way, like, it's not acceptable. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, okay.
And we could probably go on stories and stuff like that, but they'll probably have to happen another time. I'm sure we can do a podcast at some point with stories.
Just
I think
dumb
it'd be fun.
stories. Oof.
Yeah.
I've got some good stories from a couple of my jobs, and I think they're pretty fun to share.
Yeah.
Well, we're probably a little over time, so it seems like
way over time, almost 30 minutes over time.
it was a little bit
Right,
longer.
just
They're
really-
struggling over there. He's
gotta go.
He's got to go.
Thick's
He's gotta
probably
get
having a
doing
good
stuff.
one.
Want some food.
It was
You want some-
it was a longer one today. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Sorry. Thick's loving it. Shout out, little Thicky. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Next week we are doing a little bit of a what is it, like a viewer question?
Yeah, it's viewer, not necessarily questions, but it's viewer submitted topics.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we're
Prompts,
gonna pick
yeah.
a couple topics. If you guys want to suggest a topic, do it in the YouTube comment section. Message us on Instagram or Twitter. Message in our Discord in the podcast section. We will continue to, I guess, remind you guys throughout the week that we are doing this. And I think come Sunday we'll pick. The four of us will select a couple topics that we like that we would think would be fun to talk about and talk about it. So if your topic is picked, we'll give you a little shout out.
And one final thing. Yesterday, the preview for Gameception aired. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It's only 2 minutes long. Got to sit through a 2-minute long video. But this Friday will be the first episode of our new series called Gameception. It's something we're pretty proud of. We're kind of trying to do this thing where we're doing new little shows here and there with their own little ideas. And Gameception is the first one to roll out. Like premieres this Friday. Should be at 9 a.m. just like normal. Look out for that. And that's all I got on that.
Yeah, we I think we're gonna try and stream today too as well.
Monday.
We're gonna try and. I think we're gonna try and get back to our Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule of streaming. We'll see how it goes though. No promises. I can promise Wednesday and Friday for sure. I think we can get those days usually, but I work late on Mondays, so I think we can still do it though. But guys, follow our social media.
Touch the buttons. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it. If you disliked our video, dislike the video.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, we're the Radkatz, all four of us collectively.
Keep the cat pack rolling and join in the litter box by putting your poops in it.
Yeah,
Or
get in there and roll around.
You take a
No.
dump in the litter box
Yeah.
by hitting that subscribe button.
Or just become a dump in the litter box with
Become
us.
one of the
Yeah.
dumps in the
Yeah.
litter box that we're taking because we're the Radkatz.
Yeah.
But you could dump in the litter box too by hitting that subscribe button.
And like it. I mean, bells.
Guys, get us
You
to
gotta ring the little cat bells.
yeah,
Ding, ding,
yeah.
ding.
300 subscribers and Sky Naked Drummer Cats will shave his head.
Yeah,
Kicking
get us
Sam's
get
egg.
us to 500 patrons. Just kidding.
Sky will shave every hair on his body, which isn't much. He doesn't have much left.
Yeah. Well, I got chest hair. I got some.
He does have
I have some
chest hair.
BH hair too.
Oh, in that video, dude, it's rooted deep. It's rooted real deep
The
in that
wax
one
one?
waxing video.
Oh, yeah, I was
so
bleeding, bro.
if you guys really want some more good content,
I'm
I
not
think
waxing,
it's a good
though.
idea.
I'm not
No,
waxing.
we're gonna do it.
What are you doing to yourself over there, Dave?
Of course, Thane.
Dane,
Come
stop!
on,
He's a,
Thane.
Whoa!
he's a record
You know what I did
scratcher.
last week?
Right.
When I edited, I put a little blur over his crotch for like the last half.
Bro, you
because
kind of
he
have
was like,
to.
he was like going blah blah blah. Say don't. Okay, end the video, guys. We'll see you later next time. Have a good one. Keep it rad.
Thanks, guys.
I had to do it
look what
before
he's
Thane
doing.
does
He keeps doing it. Look.